and then we'll take questions.
Yeah, Jared, I thought you were still in Maine, man. You came back tonight, Jared?
Yeah, I flew back. I flew straight to Atlanta for this one.
Okay, great. Glad you made it, man. Well, let me say this before we start. Let's always keep this in perspective. Again, it was a challenge for a lot of people from about 4 o'clock this morning, and we come in finding out what was going on back in Bowling Green. And I can promise you our players have talked about it off and on all day. Same way of all of us coaches. We got coaches on the staff that's got some damage. Strength coach got damage. Zach's got some damage. But again, nothing compared to some other damage that's in Bowling Green. And all I want to say is this, as great as this win is, as excited as we all are, again, our thoughts, our prayers, our hearts are still back here in Bowling Green. All those people who've lost loved ones, that's lost property, businesses. At the end of the day, this is still a game. And, we all got to keep that in perspective. So again, we're excited to get back home and see if there's anything we can do, anything we can help people with. If our team can help do something somewhere, help clean up a yard or help somebody or business, we're going to be willing and free to do that, this first part of this week. So with that said, we knew coming in this game, we were going to play a very good Ole Miss team. I think they were 40th in the country in field goal percentage defense. They're a team that prides itself in, being able to shut people down. They're really good defensively. But our guys deserve a lot of credit. We found ways to come in here. Knowing we've been shorthanded here lately. We got Josh back. We'll talk about him in a second. But I thought our guys executed, handled that pressure about as well as anybody in the country could have done. 22 assists, 12 turnovers against that pressure. We shoot 51% basically for the game. Didn't turn the basketball over, took care of the basketball. I know at halftime, big stat for us is keep them out of transition. They had 2 points at halftime in transition, and they had 2 points on putbacks. Handle those two things, and we thought we'd have a chance. But we did it for 20 minutes. Can we do it for 20 more? And our guys came back out of the locker room and kept adding to. So great team effort. It was great getting Josh back. He was, like I told him, you need to catch COVID more often. If you can come out and play that way. He was terrific. He helped us in a lot of ways. Everybody was good. Great team effort. We had to have that to beat a good Ole Miss team.
Coach Jared with the Daily News. I know you opened with it. Everything that's happened in Bowling Green the last day. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I was trying to get some stats, but I'm listening to you. I'm listening.
Sorry. With everything that's happened in Bowling Green in the last 24 hours, how much do you think a game like this and a win like this can kind of, maybe give a town a little bit of, light in one of its darkest days or anything like that?
Well, hey, Jared, hope it can. Hope it helps a little bit. But again, keep things in perspective. This is still a game. And when you talk about lives being lost, this is a game. But hopefully, some of those people had a chance maybe to watch the game. Hopefully this gave them a good feeling and a little bit of excitement tonight, or something else to talk about.
You talked about how good they are defensively, but your defensive effort tonight was pretty good as well. Hold them to 19 points in the first half. What did you see as, the biggest key in doing that tonight against this Ole Miss?
Well, first off, Coach Kermit does a great job. His team's always well prepared. They're always going to execute really well. We just felt like we need to try to take away their strengths. And their strengths are two things: half-court defense, getting into you, and executing half-court sets. As I said earlier, we handled the pressure, never affected us. I thought the zone changing defenses back and forth on them never felt like they got a rhythm. all game long. Choose your poison a little bit, and our poison was try to keep them out of lane. Let's try to keep them off the backboard, second chance baskets, and let's make them shoot some jumpers, shoot some threes. And anytime you got this big guy that's beside me right now, standing in the middle of that zone, it's a factor. And he made some people think tonight again, as he's done. And when you're getting stops, gives you a chance to get out and transition some. But again, I just thought that we were able to be better executing our timeouts. We didn't have broken plays tonight that we've had. And again, it's just about us continue to get everybody back, continue to get some rhythm with the guys we got back, and get better doing the things we are. And tonight was a big step in that direction. Well, clean these, will you?
Coach, of course, you brought back Josh, and you said that you're going to talk a little bit about Josh being in this game. Seems like he really helped out tonight. How important is it to having him back to this roster?
Well, again, we're really thin without Josh. We played without Josh and Jarius a couple games ago. So that was past thin. Getting Jarius back, I think we all would say the last game, he wasn't himself. He needed to get back, get some rhythm. He was really good tonight, Jarius. But Josh, he just doesn't give us another body. He gives us a experienced body. And when he makes shots, which we really believe he can. In particular, when Cam's out there a little bit more than he was early, he can make shots. So when you ask me how valuable he was, I think his stats was, he was 5-5 in the field, 3 for 3, 3-point line, had 13 points. And most nights, he's always going to be one of our best defenders. So he was very valuable. Tyler, Drew.
Yeah, so Darius Hamilton was really good tonight. Jamarion Sharp was really great. Can you kind of just talk about how big those two players were for you guys tonight?
Well, we knew Brooks from was a big, strong guy, 7 foot, 260. Rodriguez is a tough young man back there. Those guys had to control that backboard, not give them a lot of second putbacks. And again, I think Jamarion had 9 rebounds and Jarius had 12. A point guard went there and got 8. So, and it was huge. I thought he moved around and we scored him every which way he could score, from posting him to driving him, shooting threes. And when he does that, he's a hard matchup. He's a guy that can make that mid-range jumper. And again, we'll keep saying it, when you get the big guy in the middle of that zone, or even in offense, diving off some ball screens, he draws attention. And that's huge. Having Cam Justice back out there. Luke shot the ball well tonight. Just having Cam back out there again, I'm just telling you, no matter what his stats are, he's one of those ingredients that makes things work very well. Another skilled guy that can do a lot of things. So again, great team effort. Everybody that played. We needed everybody to find a way to win this game. Jared, you got another one?
Yeah, I guess kind of just looking ahead at this point with center coming up on Tuesday, then Louisville Saturday. I guess what are you hoping to get out of that one with center, and what are you hoping to kind of work on in that one heading into the big in-state rivalry type of game?
Well, we need to get back, and when we play Tuesday again, we're off tomorrow, so one day Monday. We just got to continue to get better. We continue to add things and do some things differently. And lots of times when players mess up, it's not their fault. It's my fault for asking them to do something that we haven't done a lot. But the more we can do some things, we continue to get a little rhythm, get Josh back in a little bit of rhythm. Some things we want to do with him that the last 2 weeks he hasn't been around, that we put in, probably could have done this game. We got to get so we can do it here real soon with him. And the thing we want to do right now is get on that bus and get back to Bowling Green.
Everybody good for coach?
Thank you, guys. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you. We'll have
Thank you,
Jay
Coach.
in just a second. Josh.
Hey guys, this is for both of you. This is Jared with the Daily News. Obviously with everything happening in Bowling Green in the last 24 hours, I guess how much pressure did you guys put on yourself to try to perform well and come away with a win in this one? Try to win one for Bowling Green or something like that.
I don't want to say it was pressure, but it was definitely an emphasis for us. Just come out and play hard and just give the folks back in Bowling Green, something good to look forward to for a couple of hours. So.
And before the game started, I said I'm dedicating every last one of my points to the people and families of Bowling Green.
You guys, sorry, Jared. You guys, just how hard was it to physically be away from Bowling Green right now with all this stuff happening?
So what?
How hard was it to be, in Atlanta and be away from Bowling Green while this tornado and all this damage was happening back here in Bowling Green?
It was definitely hard. Me personally, I got family back in Bowling Green, and so you just don't want to see nobody period, just go through anything like that. So it was definitely hard. Just focusing on the basketball game when it's more important things going on. So it was kind of hard.
And for me, it's kind of a struggle because the tornado hit Mayfield, Bowling Green, and Hawkinsville, and I got family and friends in all three of those towns.
In terms of the game tonight, you guys held them to 19 points in the first half. Really good defensive effort. I guess what was the biggest key in slowing down this Ole Miss team is the way that you guys did?
Man, it was Jamar for real coming out there getting 9 blocks. But no, I feel like our defense as a whole is getting better. We got Jamar in the middle, and we could put a lot of more pressure on guys on the outside on the perimeter because people really ain't trying to go in there with no layups and stuff. They already know the deal.
And then on top of that, coach told us to stop in transition. Exactly what we did.
Josh, for you, pretty good night after missing these last few games, 13 points. You took 5 shots and you made 5 shots. How did it feel to be back out there?
I felt great, honestly. Those 10 days, they feel like 20, just being there, just not being there with the team. It was disappointing watching the guys on TV play. I couldn't be there, nothing like that. So it was big for me to come out today and just bring a lot of energy to the game. And I was just happy to be back with my teammates.
So you guys have Drew Tennis from Rivals. So you guys have Center College on Tuesday. What are you guys going to have to do, just to prepare for that game?
Just come out with the same energy we had today. Going to practice the next couple of days and, just focus in on what we got coming up.
Anything else for these guys? All right. Thank you all.
Thanks, guys.